Alright, Mo. This is the welcome to the vault, man. I am your host. Don't worry about the names and all that. It's just a name. You know what I'm saying? So this my presentation, my write up for the new moon in Aries. It stars Bharani. So salutations to Lord Ganesha, removal of obstacles, and the presiding deity of astrology. You know what I'm saying? He lead us towards. He removes the obstacle of materialism, so that you might be able to, so he can open the way to the absolute and supreme reality. You dig what I'm saying? As son of Shiva and Parvati. You dig what I'm saying? So, guide our intellect and remove any obstacles of the way of our understanding as we work to glorify the Lord in our life. So this right here, this the chart. You dig what I'm saying? It's a natural chart. Aries in the first house. We gonna read from Moon. So Moon in Aries is naturally the instinct to initiate through action and energy. New Moon in Aries gives the intention to initiate action and energy. So you might start a new venture during this next month and shit like that. In this next 28, 30 some odd days, you dig what I'm saying. Right? I hope that shit ain't too loud. But yeah, you might look to initiate some. The new moon, Venus is with the new moon in Aries right now. So Venus, hold on. So this the chart. Amavasya is new moon in Sanskrit. It mean no moon. So it's a time where, the moon represent manas and activities. You dig what I'm saying? It is mercurial. So moon and mind represent the spirit and alchemy. And the spirit is always moving, changing form, and going in and out of things, just as the moon goes in and out of a star every day. You dig what I'm saying? 24 hours, more or less. So when no moon is in the sky, Ama means together, Vasya means to dwell or cohabit. So during Amavasya, when no moon is in the sky, it's a time for you to kind of like put your activities to rest. Subdue them, submit those to the will of the sun, which is God manifest, or the not the plenary portion, but a portion of the unmanifest Lord. So your soul, your will, the true and authentic will, your own authentic integrity. So a seed is being planted for us all to initiate something new through action and energy. So we put our efforts towards something, right? All right, cool. So it's an active month, active 15 days or so. New moon is thought to be favorable for fire and earth signs, not so much favorable for the water and earth signs. But this month is likely to see desires and intentions just to start something new in the marketplace, or initiate a new way of expressing oneself or the approach to life. I was saying Venus also cohabits or dwells within Aries in this new moon. So therefore it's initiating a new partnership, putting yourself out there, or, starting a conversation, shake a hand, make a friend maybe, but it's Venus, so it's likely to be the opposite sex. Venus is planet of potency, love, lust, women, and relationships. So it's a theme of love, lust, and romance during this next 15 days, right? It'll come to culmination during the full moon and stuff like that, So Aries is bold, enterprising, active, and fast moving. So it's a strong attractions and affections in the public, introducing yourself to new people, meeting someone, having a real strong, fast, sudden reaction and attraction to them, or arousal. So dealing with other people's and having interactions with other people's, possible conflicts and shit. The dispositive for this new moon is Mars. Mars is a planet of action, energy, efforts, and willpower. Also enemies and conflicts, quarrels, and shit like that, right? So it's 12 from the moon. 12 is the house of expenses, losses, troubles, secret enemies, confusion. On the positive is moksha, salvation, enlightenment, and spirituality. And 12th house gives detachment and meditation. It's in the natural sign of the 12th house of Pisces. So Mars is the energy. The energy is being directed to adapting towards subtle impressions and illusions or imagination, sensuality. You dig what I'm saying? So Mars in the 12th house in certain textbooks is regarded as, spending money too quickly, gets intimate or sensual too quickly, right? Short-term affairs, repressed energies and angers. On the neutral side, it's kind of like it gives spiritual innocence, a rejuvenation through solitude or activity in spiritual pursuits or secretive work. So spies and shit like that. 12th house is also the house of, did I say secret enemy? But it's also the house of like behind, so it's behind the first house. So that means it's like, it's the thoughts that go on in the back of your head. So Mars is the general, the warrior, Castria of the cabinet. So as a warrior, Mars likes dealing with conflicts and enemies and fights and shit like that. Mars in the 12th house works to expose and fight against secret troubles, enemies, and spies, snitches, backbiters, gossipers, and shit like that. You're becoming aware of all of that. You yourself might, depending on what your Mars is looking like, you yourself might be involved in some type of backbiting or snitching or whatever type, just goofy shit, right? So in decent dignity, Mars in the 12th gives the ability to perceive like the thoughts of others, the intentions of others and stuff like that. In my own experience, when Mars was at my 12th from Moon, so when Mars is in good dignity in Scorpio, yeah, I know what motherfuckers thinking. It's not that motherfucker get the drop on me, but I'm knowing if you're trying, I feel that. So it's about, in my experience, it was like counterfeit personality. I had read this down with my peoples. I started reading this chapter from this book I got, Awakening the Master Masculine, right? I got a little video on the YouTube about that jump, but 50% of the population has a counterfeit personality at the chronic level or higher. Everybody has a counterfeit personality. It's estimated that 99% of everybody, because we're in a parasitic kind of model. So the 5 different types of counterfeit personalities are the schizoid, whose main issue is a fragmented personality, able to split. Heavily repressed energies in the schizoid. It's kind of, the schizotypal personality disorder is not a common one. It's a bit more rare than the others. They are compelled to criticize, so it's like they just looking for a reason to like, oh, if this motherfucker did this shit, I can't stand this shit, I gotta get away from their ass. And because it's an emotional addiction to be secure, so schizoid types do not have a tendency, they just don't feel safe nowhere. They don't feel safe nowhere or with nobody. You dig what I'm saying? They want, if they into things, they into it themselves. You may know about it, but they might not share it too much, because it's like, it's a safety thing. If you into it too much, or they might think you trying to beat them or whatever it might be, and it causes them to get a little paranoid. And if they don't feel safe now, they don't do that no more. And you're not involved in that. And the way that they burn their bridges is through isolation. So they just kind of like stop talking to everybody, or they'll go missing and shit like that. I myself have that counterfeit persona. I myself am a Saturn type. You dig what I'm saying? I'm a Saturn type. So Saturn soul planet. You dig? Then the second one, or the next one, is the oral personality type. Their main issue is entitlement and abandonment. So they have a very strong selfishness. It's like, no, I'm just supposed to get this, and I shouldn't have to ask, or I don't got to tell you nothing. You're just supposed to do that. They are compelled to consume, and they are addicted to being in love. So oftentimes this is gonna be your clingy types and clingy, whiny types and shit like that. But then these are also the types that it's like it's never enough. Like they're emotional every day. So eating is emotional. Your oral types and your masochistic types are gonna be your they kind of gonna have dependency, codependency, but then also dependency issues with like drugs and substance abuse and shit. You feel me? Because consumption is just you just consuming things. You never get enough of it. Moon, Chandra, in the Puranic tales was cursed with consumption because he spent all his time in his favorite star, Rohini. So Moon being abounding in Vata is lovesick in nature. So the moon in our mind and shit like that is addicted to being in love, and it's going to try to attach to the things that make it feel good. You dig what I'm saying? In the way that the oral personality type burns their bridges, or the mode of termination, is seeking outside excitement. So it's like, oh, shit not going, what, like the little bit of time. So the little bit of time one spends away from somebody, because they with Venus, so it's relations. It's like intimate one-to-one partnerships in the chart. So the way that they terminate relationships, they'll do something. So say y'all planned on doing something together or whatever the fuck, and then they got a gripe. Their entitlement comes up, and now they just have to either embarrass themselves. They can't embarrass themselves because their entitlement blinds them to the embarrassment, but they'll embarrass whomever else. And the way to do that is by see, a lot of y'all use, and it go to show the personality type. A lot of y'all use the cheating shit and be like, oh, such and such cheated, and that mean a lot to these personality types. But these also are the ones that, because they are addicted to being in love and because they are compelled to consume, oh yeah, they actually don't turn down any offers for excitement or pleasure and shit like that. They're not turning that down. You dig what I'm saying? Because of the entitlement. It's like, oh, you wanted such and such? Oh, I kind of deserve that. I don't give a fuck about this or that. It's weird. And that selfishness, they'll beg for loyalty and shit. All these types will, not all of them, but I think the oral masochistic types and maybe the anal types, they'll beg for fucking loyalty and fealty. And they're more covert narcissists and stuff, right? They're more narcissistic types where it's, oh gosh, that codependency shit having niggas shaking. So the next type is the psychopathic type. The psychopathic type is kind of like, those will be like your religious minded individuals and stuff like that. Those that, they have this holier than thou or deep sense of, what is that? Self-righteousness. So their main issue is just controlling things, and they are compelled to control, and they have a emotional addiction to being right. So they just give advice or try to tell you how to live life or something like that, but in the same vein, they might try to live vicariously through you because in their life they might not have been able to control certain circumstances that might have happened. You dig what I'm saying? Then the counterfeit personality is built about a natural model. A natural model is a model that trickles down from God. So this model trickles down from something that is not of God. And so therefore, the psychopath, when you have a counterfeit personality, it stems from being to whatever degree of your grade, mild, acute, chronic, severe, necromancer, how out of alignment you are with your natal self. You dig what I'm saying? Everything ain't gonna be what was promised to you in your chart and then your blueprint, and then your authority and strategy on how to live life. It's not you can't go to the media or look outward to think that's how things supposed to be for you, especially when the Lord and the workings of the Lord has to manifest in your life and has to mold you into the individual that can carry out the work of establishing the will of the Lord on earth. You see what I'm saying? Alright. So that's the psychopath. The next one is the masochist. Their main issue is that they are passive aggressive and they are compelled to interfere. They are emotionally addicted to being needed. Hold on, go back. The psychopath burns their bridges through harsh judgment using religion or money. So they'll try to make you feel like, either you're going to hell or you're going to be just homeless or broke as shit. And that's how they'll play that shit. So these are things to fuck with your self-esteem and shit. They'll try to fuck with your self-esteem. So I don't know, the schizoids just make you, I don't know. They're avoidant, so it's like they really don't want you to worry about them because you probably just you overload them with too much stimulus. It's just too much for them. The oral type and the schizoid type is a bit more rare, but the oral type they gonna betray you. They're gonna betray you, and because the main issue is entitlement and abandonment. Like the moment they feel something, they gotta beat you to the punch, even if you wasn't even thinking that. Just them feeling that way is enough for them to abandon you, or kind of like, alright, if you was ever to go through it, and they, that psychopath, if you don't do what they say, it's like, okay, you going to hell, get the fuck away from me, demon. Or brokey, or whatever the fuck y'all might say. The masochist seeks comfort in excess, and they are addicted to being needed. So seeking comfort in excess, me and Keebler had talked about it, and we was like, what does that mean, seeking comfort in excess? So when everything is going good and there's abundance in the environment, motherfucker get comfortable, what does that mean? And we kind of surmise that as a thief. They're gonna steal some shit from you and then help you look for it. That's how I guess the necromancer level would. I'm gonna steal your shit, help you look for it. Or in the case like if you fucking with the hoes or something like that, a woman gets scorned, he'll have no fury like a woman scorned. So if she has of the masochistic personality, counterfeit personality, how will she interfere to being needed? And a lot of times with a lot of that dysfunctional love, motherfucker bust your windows or some shit, and then you panic and you like, fuck, I gotta get this joint fixed, or maybe they slash your tires, you gotta get them joint fixed, you gotta go to work. That person though, you gotta go to work, so they're interfering, they're compelled to interfere. Because now their counterfeit personality, they out of alignment with their mind, emotions, and self. They out of alignment, they fuck your shit up. And now I'm like, okay, I'll help you pay for it and shit like that. Because you in a way they made it so you needed help. Oh, thank goodness. All right. Now we're back to this motherfucker interferes with something again. You dig what I'm saying? It's just ill. I feel like at the necromancer level, it's just a person probably is just picked and pulling from all these type of things. We just put a stake through that individual's heart. I don't even know how to put it like that, because their heart is already hardened. So the anal type, is their main issue is they're materialistic and they're compelled to win, and they're emotionally addicted to being aroused. So the anal personality type is like your tricks and gold diggers and shit like that. They don't really view the other person as a person at all. You're just an object, you dig what I'm saying? Or trophy, you just like a piece of furniture to them. You dig what I'm saying? So let's look more determination for the anal type. They overwork. Oh, so they just, I'm too busy and stuff like that because they gotta get money. Because their personality, so that means they, in a way, their self-esteem and the way to maneuver through the world is plagued with maybe a sense of like worthlessness. If not, like, oh, I gotta have money, I gotta have these things and all that, I gotta have this, and then I mean something. And now that I mean something, I guess they are forced. I feel like these types, the anal types, they'll beat your ass and shit. The masochist is looking to motherfucking get their ass beat. The psychopath might, but they try and put something nasty on your spirit. The oral type is just trying to put a knife in your back or something like that. The anal type might, like, they might try to whoop your ass or some shit like that. Cause it's like, hold on, I bought you. You dig what I'm saying? Either I bought you or I did this with you. You, what the fuck is you talking about? You just like belong to me. Oh my gosh. And that's just like that's what I have gotten from that. You dig what I'm saying? That was like some notes and stuff that I had took right before I kind of put this together. And I think that's probably the main thing, because that's the jump that kind of like got to me and shit. As of recently, my jump moving slow. It be like that. So the star of the new moon is the star Bharani. It is located in the middle of Aries, so fully within the sign that represents the self, the approach to life, the personality. You dig what I'm saying? Bharani is presided over by Lord Yama, who is brother of Lord Shani. Yama rules over death, the departed, the ancestors, who are the teachers and our well-wishers in this life and lives, right? And he's linked with Dharma. He's Dharmarash. So, in a way, Lord of Dharma, but we won't confuse the two. So Yama represents transformation, endings, and release. So themes of transformation, release, removing negativity, resonate with this lunation. The Shakti for the star Bharani is the power to take things away and move on, or the power to cleanse and remove impurities. We ideally we would want to cleanse ourselves of our counterfeit personality. It don't do much for us because more fucking suffering and strife, especially in this age of Kali Yuga. You dig what I'm saying? So, as brother of the law of karma and conduct, Yama represents restraint and forbearance. In this age of Kali Yuga and the parasitic model of scarcity and white supremacy, I prefer the scarcity model, because white supremacy, we gotta hold everybody accountable for their conduct and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying? But we do have to acknowledge white supremacy's role in this, because it's like, what are you really trying to? You dig what I'm saying? The counterfeit personality stems from you trying to fit into that model. You dig what I'm saying? So the main impurity that we all face will be the counterfeit personality, or the conditioned self. You understand what I'm saying? Yama is the lord of the teachers, our well-wishers and ancestors. So this month is one that emphasizes ancestor work. Maybe coming to understand how you got here, because your body is a result of the body's creative blend of different lines of people within your family, going back as far as 7 grandparents, and your personalities and traits is built on that. You dig what I'm saying? Like like I got in my chart, my 3rd house Scorpio. 3rd house is younger siblings, right? All my younger siblings in my family are like not all of them, but many of them have Scorpio placement. Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Scorpio. You dig what I'm saying? How I put this? It's yeah. I don't even know how to put that, but yeah. You go back, if you get the game and you was to go back 7 grandparents, you'll notice the patterns and stuff like that. You feel me? My granddad, he had Moon in Capricorn, Sun in Aries. His birthday is on Friday, so Peters and well wishers. What I say? He got Moon in Capricorn. That's Shravana. Them good people to me. You know what I'm saying? I got a younger cousin. He has Moon in Shravana and Capricorn, same as my granddad. Feel me? Nigga Bundy got that. Them good people. So it's like I think about people that I meet that got Moon in Shravana, people that I have met who had Moon in Shravana or Capricorn, but particularly the Shravana one due to my granddad. And it always just feel like, okay, cool, you know, like I could feel like in a way the energy of that nigga. And because I did, we didn't get to spend so much time together, it was like, hey, through them I'm understanding more about him in a way. I'm like, you dig what I'm saying? I don't know. It got somewhere. Let's leave that alone for now. Okay, go back. So counterfeit personality is created due to it's an unnatural social model, and it's a result of being out of, I think I might have said that, it's a result of being out of alignment with the native self. You feel me? Jesus' nativity is like, I was trying to understand that. I wanted to just get this down out first, but I'm about to look into Jesus' nativity, because it's like it's a nativity. We all got a nativity. If we got a chart, we got a nativity. A date of birth is a nativity, and that's I don't know, like, especially once again, counterfeit personality. You'd be surprised because some people use Western. They comfortable with that. I understand. You might not have been able to make that switch in time, and it might take more time to just sit up there and relearn and like let go of what you did learn as far as that. And Bharani, hold on. To take that thing away, Western astrology and all that other stuff, right? Cleanse and remove the impurities. Bharani is associated with purification rites. So drinking water, it's just simple water. Not all this extra added on, like, what about this and prefectures and all that. That's cute as shit. I'm telling you, that's cute as shit. You feel me? Let's just do Mars and Pisces for right now. And Sun and Aries. Let's understand that. That's just not even that, matter of fact. Let's just understand. Sun in a fire sign. Mars and water sign. Moon and fire sign. Simple shit. Feel me? We're getting too much into everything else. We have to have restraint and forbearance. You dig what I'm saying? Mars in the 12th house want to motherfucking fight and combat all the confusion, illusions, and the secrets, the lies and shit. 12th house could be about lying and shit. 12th house is about those that infiltrate. You dig what I'm saying? Alright, I think I got yes. But Bharani is the power to take things away and move on. You know, I know you clinging to that false sense of identity or clinging to this hope, you know. But you might have did some shit. Don't hold on to that. Allow the Lord, through the station of this lunation, to take that thing away and help you move on. Feel me? To cleanse and purify you and remove your impurities. Bullshit. We ain't gonna fault you, nigga. So, 23 degree, 50 minutes of Aries correspond with the third decan of Aries, which is 4 wands. So 4 wands is completion. Venus in Aries, right? And Venus is in Aries. So happy celebrations, family reunion, success, stability, community, home, celebrations, reunions, parties, gatherings, stability, and belonging, right? So just look, you'll look for that this month. Some community, some celebrations, some gatherings and shit like that. A sense of stability and belonging. That's nice. That's nice. Go somewhere where they love your ass, man. No bullshit. A lot of shit fake. A lot of shit fake. A lot of motherfuckers just trying to get their emotional addictions fulfilled. Feel me? If they was being honest, right? That motherfucker tell you, I don't love you, bitch. I just need to be needed. That's it. That bitch don't love you. She just like to be in love. So you feel me? That's why that bitch take pictures of food. Every time she makes something, she take a picture of it because she's in love with this food right now. You fucking goofball. You dig what I'm saying? Don't take it personal. You ain't had a game. But you know, she just love to be in love. Like all nigga, if it's a tray of food that look good as shit, nigga, that you ain't shit no more. Oh bitch, if it's a car that nigga like, they gonna say, bitch, you don't mean shit no more. Feel me? That motherfucker got the schizoid shit. You feel me? Maybe they did love you. If you was around that motherfucker, maybe they did love you. But then at a certain point, you did something. It set them all. They don't feel safe around you. You'd be hard pressed. You'd be hard pressed to find that motherfucker again, just to cross paths with them. No bullshit, because they have a split. So it's like one oh no, that motherfucker is forever. You know what I'm saying? Psychopath. It's like you don't do what they say. I ain't love you. I just needed to be right. He might be coaching you through some motherfucking situations, coaching you like shit. Just you know what? You really care. It's like, huh? I don't give a fuck about you. I just like to be right. I just needed to know that I was right. I kind of just, if you don't mind, like, this probably be our last convo, and I'm gonna leave you with this. I told you so, and it's done. That's what it is with them. What's the masochist? Just need to be needed, and then the anal one is just to be aroused. So that's just, yeah, that's that shit I don't get. That's that hornball shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, some of these personality types I already know it's some real kinky, freaky ass shit going on. Or it stemmed from some real kinky, freaky ass shit. No bullshit. That nigga, he just wanted to win. Like, I ain't, shit, this just what we do. I'm just out the fuck. Like, damn, Slim. And you validate yourself with that? I ain't, he had money though. They had money though. I ain't mad at you, bitch. What are you out the window? Did you get somebody? No. I was trying to win that nigga heart. Just so you could tell that nigga if the money ever stopped flowing, you could tell that nigga, I ain't love you, nigga. I was just trying to win, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? I was just trying to win, nigga. Y'all funny as shit. Hey, that personality type shit funny as shit. Like, motherfucker, I ain't love you. I was just hungry. Oh, almost blew my weed away. Okay. So, Sabian symbol, Aries, is the 20. I put 24 because it say 23 degree going to 24, and it said 2350. So, hey, maybe it's the previous one. An open window and a net curtain blowing into a cornucopia. So it's the shaping of higher forces, allowing spiritual energies to inspire and impress us, allowing higher forces to shape our lives. When we grasp the essential principle of threeness, we open up to further inspired input of a spiritual dimension. We first master the secret of yang, yin, and tao, triplicity, pushback, adjust, and then allow the higher aspects of beingness to impact upon our inspiration to expand our claim of abundance. Right? So it's a cornucopia. It looked like a gust of wind, but then it's actually a net curtain in this illustration. It's just like all the possibilities of the yod thou. It's a window. The is a window, and then the is the breath, the wind through which go through the window. So it's and then breathed into you. Because it's like I always think about this. I don't put any effort into my breathing, and yet I breathe. I could go to sleep right now. I'm breathing. I could be in a coma or something, and the breath is going involuntarily. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't imagine if I had to put the effort into breathing like I do other things, I wouldn't be able to do other things. Glory to God, because if he's doing the breathing for all of us, it allows us to kind of do work in this life, whatever our work may be, and expand up our claim of abundance. Right? So, as far as a counterfeit personality, I be having this issue, right? He talk about it's like 3 different types of individuals, right? In the tree of life. So it really holds true for men and women, but this book is awakening the master masculine. It's awakening the master feminine. Feel me? And I don't have it. I didn't read it, so I don't know, but I would think, yes, same author, he probably would talk about this, but for the ladies, for the women's, right? But you got the inferior man, the superior man, then the holy man. Ideally, we all would kind of want, seek to be holy, like the patriarchs, right? In the Judaic and just the Abrahamic religion. You feel me? Because the inferior man seeks, or the inferior person, they seek cooperation with the opposite sex and shit like that, or they seek to gain just to get validation from the opposite sex or others and shit like that. It's just an inferior way of looking at it. Right, so this is the guys and the girls that validate their manhood or womanhood based upon sexual escapades or whatever the fuck. Now, for women, it's different. I ain't gonna back. Women is different, and it ain't my. I don't, to a degree, I don't give a shit because it's not my path. You dig what I'm saying? I only give a shit to guide them to their path, but I couldn't. So, that's the inferior level. Yeah, I'm gonna really just speak on men because I ain't read that jump. Yeah, niggas that try to use their sexual escapades to validate their manhood and that shit. That shit goofy. Okay. So then the superior man seeks to gain and do all those things in order to get validation from other superior men. You know what I'm saying? And that y'all like form a tribe or a code or a cabal of superior men. You dig what I'm saying? And then the holy man seeks it none other than to get validation from God and to eliminate himself of his counterfeit personality, his conditioned soul. He don't want his soul to be conditioned no longer. He would like for his soul to be liberated and enlightened in the light of the Lord and the light of the Supreme. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what this sun and moon, when they go together, they kind of guide us in a way. The moon reflects light. The sun reflects light because the sun is part of a binary system. So the sun is like there's a sun behind the sun, and there's a sun behind that one. Do you dig what I'm saying? So our sun, therefore, is Sattvic, just like Jupiter and Moon. They reflect the true and absolute, or the true light of the Supreme. But it's just like a portion of that. You dig what I'm saying? It's just a reflection of it. It's a reflection. We go towards it, but are we going towards that, or is we going towards the light of the reflection? That's what I be into. I be kind of thinking about that. I'm going somewhere else. That kind of made me realize I gotta do some more. I gotta do some more reading. So the saving symbol we gotta do is just let go and allow the Lord and His mercies to mold us, and then work through us to shape our lives in an authentic way. Authenticity is higher as vibration. When you vibrate high, you could be Ebenezer Scrooge. But if it's authentic, I'd motherfucker vibrate high as shit. And he had a bankroll on him. You dig what I'm saying? So much of a bankroll that he was able to even change his ways through the mercies of the Lord in that little show, cartoon, or whatever. He was able to change his ways through the mercies of the Lord and be a giving motherfucker. So it's like all that shit wasn't selfish. You dig what I'm saying? He just had to expand his claim of abundance. Fuck, nigga. I'm sorry, I didn't need to go there. So higher force is represented by the wind. You don't see the wind. You don't see the wind. The air that's blowing this motherfucking neck curtain into a cornucopia. You don't see it. So higher forces mold the garment, which is the neck curtain, as a garment of fabric of our bodies, mind, and spirit, soul. What was I saying? Many in this epoch. You look at it every year, they put out some more. It'll be something else. It was high value one year, it was alpha another year, it was top G another year. All this shit, right? The man or the goat, validation for the opposite sex or their peers. However, the patriarchs, the holy ones, and the devoted souls seek to purge themselves of their counterfeit personality and become validated and proved unto God. You dig what I'm saying? So, just for the 12 signs, this new moon take place. So, the star is Bharani. So we're going to apply the Shakti to Aries in your chart. That's how I would do it. I ain't really even thinking about it too much. That's just like sometimes you just let go and let God. You dig what I'm saying? Purge yourself of all that wishful thinking. Your desires. We in the age of Rahu. Like Rahu kind of got a lot of power in this age right now. You dig what I'm saying? And he in Pisces, which is not a favorable sign for Rahu. However, he do like fish. He like the smoky waters. You understand what I'm saying? Oh yeah, he casting a lot of illusions. Feel me? Your desires running rampant, and they not grounded in this water sign of Pisces. It's not gonna be grounded at all. Rahu don't got no body. Alright, so the stars Bharani, remember that, right? So we are power to take things away and move on. And the power to cleanse and purify and remove impurities. So Aries is they removing impurities, cleansing themselves. They are taking away, they might be looking at negative shit about themselves, negative experiences they may have faced, and they moving on. Venus is in their sign right now, so it's like dietary habits, and then like relationships or just partnerships, who they involve themselves with is changing. Oh my gosh, I was about to say something, but cause it's like I done dropped the J more times than I can count. almost spilled my weed, but yeah, I done dropped that J so many times. I'm like, damn, yeah, busy, are we? I ain't hit the J yet. She ain't get me paid yet, I knew it was up there because that song was like, she riding around town sucking dick with whatchamacallit for the free. For the free. Oh, take me come on. No thanks. Oop. Yeah, so desire for relationship, sex, love, lust. Taurus is gonna be in your bedroom, or your expenses. So what is that? You getting rid of some shit in your house, or you throwing some shit away this month. Might be getting into some like little sensual activity, spending more time at home, doing a little more cooking or some shit like that, right? Might be spending some money. Venus is first lord in the 12th. Yeah, you probably just in the bedroom. You probably feeling freaky as shit this month. Yeah. Libras, Taurus, y'all gonna be feeling freaky as shit because your Lord is in a fire sign, so you having active passions. Right? Gemini, you dealing with you are removing things and moving on from friends, elder siblings, and shit like that. You might be cleansing or purifying your impurities as it pertains to material gain and shit like that. So maybe have not another job, but you're looking to get some more money. Cancer is your livelihood, your status, your work, and sources of income. So you kind of like putting in a lot. You probably got to put in a lot more effort in your work area and shit like that. You just gotta stay going to work, actively initiating and through energy and stuff like that. So you out there shaking hand, make a friend, or maybe you putting business cards out there or something like that. Good for you. Leo is truth, travel, God, deeper understanding. So what is that? New moon in your 9th house. Maybe you something with your father. You might go on a little trip. Might make a gain. Might just be a lucky little month for you. I ain't gonna bet. Might be a decent month for you. Might learn something new, something deep. Virgo, you gonna learn something deep for sure. You gonna learn a secret this month, perhaps. Some psychology. I'm Virgo ascendant, and I've been on this counterfeit personality kick for a little bit right now. Some scandals, transformation. Libra, just relationships, sex, business, your spouse. You're gonna travel. You're gonna have some sex or some romance. You're gonna be in your little relationship. Spend time with your spouse. That's good for you. Scorpio, Scorpio, you probably getting another job or something at your job, getting a job, dealing with some fights, some conflicts. Scorpio, you're dealing with some fights and conflicts. You've been a bit because I got a suspicion that it's a person I work with that might have some Scorpio placements, and I was like, oh, this the masochist, like shawty, cuz is like a masochist. I don't trust this nigga for shit. I ain't caught that nigga in a lie, or it wouldn't matter. I ain't gonna bullshit you. You're man, you kinda gotta like don't be trying to tell me some shit and then you ain't you didn't even follow through on that shit, cause I didn't give a fuck. I ain't asked you to do it. But show me something then, nigga. And you ain't do it. So I was like, oh, goof ass nigga. So stress and employment. So some Scorpios, either you probably might have just lost a job, left a job, or you having issues at your job right now. In this month, y'all, like next 15 days, you're gonna have to see what's going on. For Sagittarius, romance, scriptures, study, enjoyments, just fun hobbies and shit like that. Fifth house is astrology. I'm here doing this right now. Moon and Sag. You know what I'm saying? Capricorn is your fourth house, peace of mind, your home, the relationship with your mother, or you as a mother, your family, like your immediate family, your own children and wife and all of that type of shit. But then like just your family, whoever is involved in your private life. And where you go to nurture yourself and shit like that, where you find peace at. Aquarius is going to be in hobby, skills, and communications. You're going to have a month, some with your siblings this month. You dig what I'm saying? You're going to be doing some communication or meeting people this month. You understand what I'm saying? Involved in some hobbies. You're going to kind of like look back into what your hobbies is, right? And then Pisces, it's going to be your money, your finances, your family, your diet, your food habits, and your self-esteem. But just like finances and shit, you'll just have to watch your finances this month. Venus is 8th lord in the 2nd house. You might get an inheritance, or you might get some wealth from unearned places, some unearned money. You dig what I'm saying? Some unexpected money. Aquarius is 9th lord in the 3rd. You'll probably be publishing some or broadcasting about some things that you read or learning. Capricorn, 10th lord in the 4th means that the place you find peace at is also the place that you find your livelihood and sources of income at. Sagittarius, that's 11th lord in the 5th, which means you're gonna meet somebody just either in the area where you work at, and y'all might just have fun or some shit like that, or perhaps you'll friends, associates, and stuff like that is linked with romance and enjoyment. Scorpio is 12th Lord and the 6th, which is success after someone else's pressures and shit like that, or success after loss. So yeah, Scorpios might have just lost a job and then got another one back, or was on their way out of a job and found another one real quick or some shit like that. So like Libras is 1st Lord and the 7th. That mean they just thinking about their wife, they thinking about their spouse, they just thinking about like sex, relationships and shit. Virgo is 2nd Lord and the 8th. 2nd house has to do with study and shit like that too. So it's just y'all just studying. Virgos is on some real alchemy type thing. They changing their diet and some more stuff. Like they understanding how their diet is affecting all of their more subtle internal hidden organs and stuff like that. This shit cool. I love house lords. I'm out though.